Yesterday, one rich man from the east called B-Lord, I'm an Easterner, I'm an Igbo man. By tribe, he's actually my brother. By tribe, he's my brother. He came out yesterday. He imported a couple of phones. iPhone SR that was packaged in iPhone 17 Pro Max casing. Yes. Everything about the phone, like if you're looking at the phone, you think it's iPhone 17 Pro Max. But the iOS operating system is iPhone SR. Everything inside the phone is iPhone SR. Now, B-Lord said that the cost of this phone is how much? 480,000. Very dark man came out and said, okay, you don't forget say I did China. So this phone where they collect 480,000, no be this price that they sell am. Like this your price is too much. You're extorting Nigeria. You're making life miserable for Nigerians by putting that phone in that price. Now this phone can actually get to Nigeria at most 280,000 naira. Both the shipping fee, everything, 280,000 naira. Now, how much difference? That is over 200,000 naira. Now, imagine when B-Lord imported this phone in 1,000 pieces. 1,000 pieces times to 200,000 naira by 1,000. Times it by 1,000. That is over 200 million naira. For 1,000 pieces, that is the profit that B-Lord will be walking away with. For 1,000 pieces of that phone that he advertised yesterday, 200 million. I'm just giving a rough estimate because I'm very sure that he might even import more than that. Let's assume that the very dark man is actually correct, that the actual price of this phone is 280. Because I'm very sure, yeah, very dark man, of course, I know him very well. He doesn't lie and he's there. So whatever he said concerning this phone is truth because he's actually in China currently at the moment. So the actual price of this phone to get to Nigeria, based on what very dark man said, is 280,000. And the person, whoever that want to sell it, will still make profit from it. Now, let's assume that B-Lord was not too stingy, was not too greedy, and he put his price at what? 300,000. Or let's say 350,000 naira. Now, minus 280,000 from 350,000. How much do you have as a difference? Difference will be what? 70,000 naira. Difference will be 70,000 naira. That is, if B-Lord had considered to sell the phone 350,000, the difference would have been 70,000. Imagine where he imports 1,000 pieces of this phone. Multiply 70,000 by 1,000. I am talking about the profit to additional profit, not the profit that has been added to the 280 that very dark man mentioned. I'm talking about the additional profit on top the money where very dark man don't talk say if he carry this phone enter Niger. That is over 70 million naira for 1,000 pieces. That is if B-Lord has considered to sell this phone for how much? For 350,000 naira. Based on difference between the price of very dark man and that of B-Lord. Let's assume that he imported at 280,000, that price that very dark man mentioned. But unfortunately, that price very dark man mentioned is not what B-Lord is going to import that phone. B-Lord is going to import that phone pretty much lesser. Pretty much lesser. Now, are you seeing how wealthy businessmen are making life miserable for us here in Nigeria? And people are throwing shade, and people are attacking very dark man. And mostly the Igbo descents are attacking very dark man for bringing this into our notice, bro. Some people say this is a problem. The Igbo, we don't support our own, bro. I know this. Like, let me ask this question: is the Igbo is enjoying and the Hausas are suffering in Nigeria, or is the Yoruba suffering while the Igbos are enjoying? Everybody in Nigeria is suffering except for the elites, except for the wealthy businessmen like the B-Lord, the like of B-Lord, the Obi Kubana, or the wealthy and the politically exposed people, the high net worth individuals. Every Nigerians, both the Igbo descent, the outside descent, and the Yoruba descent, everybody is suffering the hardship in Nigeria. Businessmen, the elite businessmen are the problem of Nigeria. This will not be the government too. Yes, I will blame government. Yes, government have a blame in this. First of all, the businessmen are the number one problem of this country. The wealthy businessmen, they're the number one problem of this country. They want making life miserable for us here in Nigeria. Instead of us to sit up, tackle things, tackle them the way we're supposed to tackle them, we are busy throwing salt for the man that is standing behind the poor man. The man that is fighting for the good of the poor man. We are instead criticizing such person, which is very dark man. And this is why I say I blame government. There is an agency in Nigeria that is charged with the responsibility of regulating the price of goods and services here in Nigeria. And what is the name of this agency? This agency is called the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission. They have failed in their responsibility. They are part of Nigerian problems. And these are the things that we are experiencing in public offices. They get paid and they don't do their job. Many government public offices get paid. They just sit one place, earn salary. They're not doing their job, bro. And that is why Nigerians are suffering. Government has failed us in this aspect, bro. Now, what is the duty and responsibility of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission? Let's check the responsibility of preventing price fixing and unfair trade practice. That is number one. Number two, they check the responsibility of protecting consumers from excessive or exploitative pricing. That is where this bill of matter came to play. Now, where is the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission in this? Importers, all these big businessmen, they just go to abroad, import goods, sell it anyhow they want to sell it. No price regulation, no price assessment. They do whatever they like, and that is what is causing the suffering in this country, bro. Now, what make us the suffer for this country? Necessary department, necessary agencies that are meant to make sure that things are done in the right way. They have failed in their duties. They're not doing anything. Everybody just sit down, they eat salary. They don't do anything. They're doing no job, bro. They're doing no job, bro. Because if the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission are working, it is a duty to make sure that whatever you import, you don't sell it excessively. It's to make sure that your price is fair to Nigerians. It's to make sure that whatever you're selling it in a price that is fair. And Nigerians are not suffering to buy your goods. The Nigerians don't have to break their back to buy your goods. That is their work. So the people that are saying, very dark man, what to concern you? If bill like making selling product anyway, like making sell them, you import your own, sell your own. Have you people forgotten that bill started this fight? Insult him, mama. Insult very dark man, insult him, mama. Now don't forget. Now look at the tweet here. Fear the loyalty of a poor man. For a thief, we always remain a thief. At cool, very dark man. Now better thief. He learned from his mother. Imagine. Within yeah, you throw salt to your fellow man. Why not leave the mother throw salt to him now? If they go to mention him, mama. You always call out businessmen, women that genuinely transact and hold billions in dollars. In any slightest changes you get, without even thinking, it reach your turn to just handle small $120K Nigeria gave you. You can't ever handle it. Not even up to 6 months. Calling rubbish story. You know, go better for your mama and her generation at cool very dark man. That was that time that very dark man played that prank on that NGO money. Now that time where this bill or throw this kind of stuff give this guy. Now waiting concern very dark man mama for this stuff for that prank when played that time. Because he was thinking that it was true, not even know that it was a prank, bro. But this guy went out calling that very dark man, calling his mother thief. And you expect him to keep quiet. Baba, if not me, if I see anything will concern you, Baba, go bring him down. I suppose very dark man on this one. If not me, we video do this kind of thing, Baba, and I see anything to bring you, I see any means to bring you, I will bring you down, bros. I will bring you down. Bros, if I see anything, if there's anything I will do to bring you down, I will bring you down. So I support him 100% in this. Let's keep this tribe of a thing aside. Bill or get money, how does it pay for your family? You give your family food. You wait. I see one man come out for say we Igbo men, we don't support our own. I mean, man, bros, I don't do that. Bill they feed my family. Does Bill feed my family? What does Bill do for me? Bill is wealthy. How does he add to me? He's wealthy, has his money. How does he add to me? How does he add up to me? Do I benefit from him? I don't benefit from him. So tell me why I should side him even when he's wrong, bro. Why should I side him even when he's wrong, bro? If they're telling me in the Igbos. This tribalism is what kept Nigeria in this condition. That is why we're not making progress in this country. Tribalism is the reason we're not making progress in this country. We can't call a spade because of tribe. This rich and wealthy businessmen in Nigeria, they're the problem of this country. They're the problem of this country. Government on the second hand has failed us also. Government on the second hand, they're not doing their duty. They have failed us also because they have failed to regulate the activities of these wealthy businessmen in this country. They don't regulate them. They don't checkmate them. Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission have failed in their duty. This is the reason why price of goods keep going up every day. No regulation. People buy goods, sell it anyhow they want. Sell it at exorbitant profit. Nobody to check them. Nobody to check them. And that is why we are complaining of inflation every day in this country. No regulation is working. You're attacking a very dark man for calling Billiard out. Oh God, stop that nonsense. So no get conscious. Don't you have conscience? The hardship in the country is not affecting you. Is Billiard feeding your family? Is Obi Kubana feeding your family? Is Dangote feeding your family? Are they feeding your family? How are you benefiting from them? What are you? Tell me one way you're benefiting from Billiard, Obi Kubana, and Dangote. These people are making their millions and they're making life miserable for you, and somebody is trying to put them in their place. You're calling him out. We should wise up now, Nigerians. Let's reason like human beings now. Very dark man, no man, all these people who continue the good thing you're doing, bros.